Hey everybody, welcome to Frannie Square and to episode 36 of Crochet and Tell, where it's all about you. Okay, so before we get started, just a quick update of the things coming up on the channel. First, this wig is by Toni Bratton. It's called Confidence and it's in the color Red Blonde. I'll put the information below, but I will be doing a review on this as part of my affordable wig series. On the crochet side of this channel, I just finished designing this hat and I'm beginning filming of the tutorial as we speak, so that should be up this week. Also, I kind of let my Instagram account go for a while, but I decided to start posting. So I've been posting both crochet and wig information. So if you have a chance, head over to Frannie Square on Instagram. I'll have the link below. Okay, so without further ado, let's get to your projects. The first project comes from Susan Stone. She said, "This is an Anu crochet dress." Now, if you don't know Anu, check her out on YouTube. She has a lot of great crochet projects, and I believe she also got into knitting recently as well. She used Bernat velvet for this dress, and it looks beautiful and it fits so well. Great job, Susan. Thank you for sharing that. The next project comes from Pat Taylor. She said, "Frannie, I thought I would send in a picture of my primary color blankets. I made one for each of my 6 great-grandchildren when they were 2. They like saying their colors at nap and bedtime. Have a wonderful time crocheting for those little ones on the way, Granny Frannie." Thank you so much, Pat. And what a great idea for teaching them colors. And it's a beautiful blanket. Thank you so much for sending that in. The next project comes from Lisa Mayan. She says, "I have been busy. I was getting a good start on Christmas gifts when a friend called me up and asked if I could make some beanies for his business. 100. Yes, I said 100 beanies, all in single crochet, and the yarn is a 2 light 3. Wow. He has a hemp store with all kinds of things made with hemp. I said, sure, I have lots of time now. He showed up with a huge box of yarn, some cashmere hemp blend, wool hemp blend, and 100% hemp. The 100% is in hanks, so I bought a cheap Swift. It takes me an hour to cake up 5 hanks, and there are 55 hanks. I'm going to be crocheting in my sleep soon, LOL. Wow, Lisa, you are amazing. You all know Lisa gets so much done. You are so amazing, Lisa. I don't know where you find the time. Thanks for sending this in. The next project comes from Karen Green. She says, "I am trying to use my stash. I made this waffle blanket using Bernat Baby Sport yarn, color Coral Crocus, Bernat Softy Baby color white, and a mystery yarn label says Royal Zeeman, no color name, just a lot number 7810. I will be donating it to YouTuber She's Got Yarn Too. She is having a blanket drive for a camp called #BoggyCamp 2022. The camp is for sick children and they get to take the blankets home with them to keep. That's so wonderful, and what a beautiful blanket. And I love those colors. Very fall, holiday-ish, perfect for this season. Thank you so much for sending that in, Karen. The next projects come from Vicky. She said, "It's been a minute since I last participated, so I'll try to catch up here. First up is a donation wheelchair shawl that I made. It started as the Carrie Penny shawl, but I'm slowly making some modifications to give it a more defined neckline and a modified front edge. Once I get it the way I like it, I'll write out some instructions as best I can. It's not quite right yet, but it's really close, and this one is perfect for using. The yarn is mandala tweed stripes, and I think I used about a skein and a half. I like this yarn for soft shawls, and I bought a lot of it just for that purpose. The very simple edging on the front is one of the modifications that I made, and I really like the effect. That is a great effect." The second item is a baby quilt, also made for donation. The pattern is Wrapped in Love. The yarn is Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn, about 750 yards, hook size I, 5.5 millimeter. It looks really square right here, but it's actually pretty darn wavy. Blocking helped, and it will be fine for someone to use, but I hate it when blankets aren't square. I really just need to stop doing granny style blankets because mine never seem to work out right. You know, I was thinking about that, and one of the tricks I do to keep my squares more square when I'm doing granny squares is I change the direction of each round, because if I keep going the same direction in each round, it starts to spiral a little bit and it's not quite as square. But if I switch the direction each round, I find that I get a much more square granny square. So maybe give that a try, Vicky, and see if that works for you. The gray and navy blanket is another donation blanket. I originally intended this to be a wheelchair blanket, but I wanted to use all of the gray yarn and just kept going. It's now going to be a nice chemo or dialysis blanket. The gray yarn is Yarn ID from Hobby Lobby, a lovely yarn, and the navy is Lion brand Pound of Love. The details: blanket finish size 37 by 52, pattern Sober Granny by Krista of The Secret Yarnery. She has excellent tutorials and patterns. She absolutely does. I love her channel. I did the blanket without the border. K hook 6.5 millimeters, cast on 26 sets of 4 plus 2. Crochet alternating 5 rows in each color, beginning and ending with navy. The brown blanket is the third one that I've made in this pattern. This one is for my second brother of 3. It finished about 46 by 64. Cascade cartwheel yarn, 7 balls, color 18, Cheyenne. Pattern from Bag a Day Crochet. Pattern repeat is 8 stitches plus 3. I used a K hook and chained 147 stitches. I have enough of this yarn to make 5 more blankets. I love it that much. Wow, that's awesome. After finishing the blankets, I decided to take a break to make some small projects. My local charity organization is starting to ask for hats for fall and winter, so I got out my bulky and super bulky stash and made 10 hats. They may not look like much here, but on the head they actually look really nice. These are great hats for men. I used these patterns: Perfect Guy 2.0 beanie and Chunky Guy beanie. They are the same hat but using different size yarns, so the counts are a little different, but you could just go with the Chunky Guy and adjust the number of rows that you do. The patterns aren't as different as I expected. I also adjusted the number of rows that I did with each yarn. Most required 1 extra row of double crochet. It's a very easy pattern, works up really fast, and great for charity hats for men. The stitches are double crochet and single crochet in the back loop. That's it. The yarns I used are all 5 and 6 weight. Premier Puzzle, Bernat Softy Chunky, Premier Serenity, Lion brand Hometown. I used a K hook on the weight 5 yarns and an L hook on the 6 weight yarns. Wow, thank you for sending all of those in, Vicky. They look amazing. The next projects come from Thea Brooks. Take a look. She says, "Hi Frannie, I hope this message finds you well. These are some of the baby loveys I made. The center dolls are purchased, and I made the blanket pieces out of some scrap yarns I had in a tote. I think these are super cute, and the yarn for Buzz Lightyear worked great. Have a wonderful day." These are awesome. What a great idea. Wow. Really original. I love them. And I love how you match the colors up with the dolls. Next, she said, "Thank you for doing another fantastic tutorial. I finished this in a day. I used 50% alpaca and 50% acrylic yarn. I really like the finished scarf. Thank you, Thea. I love your choice of colors here, Thea. It looks really great. And my pleasure. Oh, and I like how you did the fringe in all the different colors. That looks really great." And for those of you who didn't see that tutorial, I will put a link above so that you can go check that out. And here she made another one of the scarves. For this one, she used Hobby Universe yarn in color 5. The whole cake made up a great long scarf. I think it's beautiful. I do too. Love the colors again. Really great. And finally, she said, "I have finished another project this weekend. This is the dress from Beauty and the Beast. Princess Belle, I made it just from acrylic yarn. The pattern I followed was a purchase pattern from You Crochet Patterns on Etsy. The pattern purchase also came with the princess suit, which will be my next project." Oh my gosh, how adorable is that? And I love the headband and the matching shoes. So awesome. Thank you so much for sending all of those in, Thea. The next project comes from Brenda McChristie. It's a hat and scarf, and it's from Bag O' Day Tutorials. And she said, I know my friend will love it this Christmas. I am sure she will. And it looks nice and cozy and warm. Thank you for sending that in, Brenda. The next projects come from Barbara Nines. Take a look. She said, your pattern made it to the whips. LOL, it is a pleasure to work on. I'm so glad you like it, Barbara. This is also the scarf pattern that was in Thea's projects. I've had this yarn for ages and could never settle on how to use it. The shell pink is nice, and being a viscous blend, I think it will have a nice drape. Thanks for sharing it with us. My pleasure, and I love seeing how everybody is making it their own. This is going to be a beautiful scarf when it's finished. Then she said, I thought I would share this with you. I made these market bags to use as project bags. They work up fast and are great for all kinds of uses. I love these. These are great. You can just keep some in your car, go shopping with them, use them as project bags as Barbara did, and they do work up so quickly. And I love all the colors you used. Thank you for sending those in, Barbara. And finally, I got an email from a new subscriber. So everybody, welcome Donna Weiss. I hope I said your name correctly. It's WYSS. Anyway, she sent me an email and she wanted me to share this email with all of you. It's not a project, but I think it's a very important email. So I'll read it to you. She said, hi, I just came across your channel recently and I love it. Thank you, Donna. I wanted to reach out, so maybe you could mention sometime how crocheting helps people with depression so much. We lost our youngest daughter in 2020. It's been pretty rough. About 6 months ago, I dug out my crocheting. I learned when I was 12 and haven't used it for maybe 15 years. It has helped me so much. It keeps my mind busy while I'm crocheting, and during the day, always thinking of colors and patterns and who to make something for. And then happy and a feeling of accomplishment when I'm done with the project. But the crazy thing is, since I started up again, I have come across 3 articles online about crocheting and depression. I kid you not. One on a crocheting page, one on a grief support/depression page. For real, I want to believe it was a sign from my daughter who loved when I crocheted, and she learned some too. She'd send me pictures of the wildest crazy outfits and say she wanted them, LOL. I would love to spread the word. Maybe your followers don't have depression, but maybe they know someone who does and they can spread the word. Thank you much for all your smiles, kind voice, and wonderful ideas. Thank you for sending that in, Donna, and I had read that also. I do think keeping your mind occupied with something can help when you're going through a rough time. And also looking forward to making new projects or designing things yourself, getting your creativity going can help to lift your spirits. So thank you so much for sending that in. And I'm sure there are so many people out there who agree that crochet has helped them through rough times. Okay, so that was all the projects for this round of Crochet and Tell. If you'd like to participate in our next Crochet and Tell, send pictures of your projects to my email address, franniesquare@gmail.com, and include a description of your project. Was it your own design? Was it a pattern? What did you learn doing the project? What yarns did you use? Anything you'd like me to share with the community. We all love seeing everybody's projects. It really inspires us. So stay tuned for the wig review and the tutorial for the hat that are coming up this week. As always, thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate it. Remember to make it your own, and I'll see you soon.